So, lots of Kansas City Chiefs news going on right now. One, let's just address the Rashee Rice situation. Obviously, pretty well known. He got into that car racing 6 car accident, fled the scene. He was kind of MIA for like almost half a week, but just recently he issued an apology and he's working with the police right now. But as far as him on the field and possibly being suspended, I feel like he's probably only going to miss like a couple games. If I'm not mistaken, Alvin Kamara beat a guy in an elevator in Las Vegas 2 years ago, and I think he got 2 or 4. So I'd say max Rashee is going to get 4, but more than likely, I think he'll probably only get a 2-game suspension, which is pretty good news for the Chiefs right now because right now he's still their only receiver, especially with MVS no longer being on the team. There's something interesting with NFL receivers and driving really fast cars recklessly outside of the field. I don't know, there's just something interesting there because you got Rashee Rice doing it recently. You got obviously Henry Ruggs. Also had Jordan Addison a year ago too, just driving really, really fast. I don't know, I just feel like when you're a receiver and you're in the NFL, obviously when you're on that field, you feel like you can literally fly. So I guess when they're not playing ball and outside of the field, they still want to capture that feeling of being able to fly. So I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting psychology wise, but hopefully this kind of gets addressed to the younger guys coming into the league in the future, because to look back on that Henry Ruggs situation, that was pretty messed up and pretty gross and pretty tragic, but we'll see what happens with Rashee Rice. Other Chiefs news has to do with their stadium. A proposal of an $800 million renovation to Arrowhead has been turned down. The taxpayers aren't interested. So the mayor of Dallas wants the Chiefs to play in Texas, preferably in Dallas. I think that's hilarious. I think that would be pretty entertaining. I just think that would be just... Of course, the mayor of Dallas wants the Chiefs to play in his city, of course. More than likely, they're just going to play in Kansas instead of Missouri. They would also be moving the Royals to the baseball team. The lease on Arrowhead does not expire until January 31st, 2031. So still have 7 years to kind of figure it out. But at the same time, it's the Chiefs. It's a hot commodity right now. It's the number one franchise in the NFL. Maybe not revenue-wise, but popularity-wise and reputation-wise. So I feel like the state of Kansas is going to move pretty swiftly and fast to really secure them and secure that stadium so that the Chiefs and the Royals can play, because that's just a good investment for the economy of Kansas. So I really don't know why they wanted to turn down the renovations, especially when it's the Chiefs. You know, if it was like the Carolina Panthers or like, I don't know, the Denver Broncos asking for like a massive renovation, I'd get it if they got turned down. But I mean, it's Mahomes, it's the Chiefs, it's Andy Reid. I don't get it. That's just bad business. So we'll see what happens. Again, the lease isn't due for a while, so we will see. Last but certainly not least, the Chiefs added another quarterback. He goes by the name of Carson Wentz. Chiefs needed a backup quarterback after they didn't re-sign Blaine Gabbert. Carson Wentz, a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people have various opinions on him. About him not being the best leader, about him being a bust, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure about him as a leader. Honestly, there's been a lot of stories over his career about being egotistical, being this, being that. So I kind of agree with that. But as far as a ball player, as far as a quarterback, man, I think he's pretty good. Honestly, I think he was good on the Colts. Yeah, he fumbled that last game in Jacksonville, but I mean, that was a collective team effort. And to not bring him back over one game and instead of opting for Matt Ryan, Colts are just crazy. Go back and look at that season with Carson Wentz on the Colts. He was pretty decent, man. He was pretty decent. He was slinging it. He could move. The thing about Carson Wentz, he's athletic. He's sneaky athletic. And then he went on to go play for Washington. I thought he had a decent stint there too. It's just Washington. It just didn't really work out. He wasn't terrible. He was decent. And I just think he gets a really bad reputation. I think he is definitely an overqualified backup. I think he could be a starter right now for the Carolina Panthers, the Denver Broncos, even the Miami Dolphins, man. You put Carson Wentz on an offense that's pretty loaded. I don't know. This is a great signing. So if Mahomes ever needs to take a week off or two, the Chiefs are definitely in good hands, in my opinion. I don't know. I feel like the majority of people don't like Carson Wentz, but if you're watching this, let me know what y'all think about Carson Wentz, because I'm actually curious, and give me reasons why, if you don't like him, or if you do like him. I'm curious to hear. Those are the three biggest stories with the Chiefs right now. Pretty interesting stuff. A lot of moving pieces. We'll see what happens. Let me know how long you think Rashee Rice should be suspended for. What do you think the Chiefs should play in the future? And what do you think about Carson Wentz? Let me know. That's all I got for right now. Peace.
The Chargers offense preparing to get this drive underway. Their last drive actually ended in a touchdown, Phil. We'll see if they still have it in them to issue a repeat performance.
Well, what you saw in that last drive was everything just came together perfectly for them. The experience of the football team, the talent of the players, and the coaches helped them out, and they got it done.
First down at the 49. They'll meet him this time behind the line.
Chargers running back that time, he makes a bad decision. You can't be looking to make every play a big play when you're running the football. Look for a few yards, take advantage of that. He tries the big play. What happens? He gets tackled for a loss.
And the second quarter